Let me hit you with some real truth. Most artists do not fail because they lack talent. They fail because they stop too soon. They drop one project, they don't see overnight success, and then they just kind of walk away, or they feel discouraged, or they just gradually fade out of the picture. What I'm doing in this video is I want to encourage you not to make the same mistake. Look, your dream doesn't die when people ignore your work. Your dream only dies when you quit or if you ignore your work. Hoping you understand. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to the channel. Look, what I want to talk about is something that I feel is massively important. And the reason why I'm talking about it, and I'm going to frame it like this, is because we are living in a streaming world. Due to technology, we are in the streaming era. And in this streaming world, we have been programmed to expect instantaneous results. We are living in a microwave society. You know, TikTok can make somebody go viral overnight. You see stories of artists blowing up off of one single, but every overnight success story, there are so many thousands of others who release music and they get discouraged because they see low numbers. Even just like YouTube views and YouTube channels, you know, they get discouraged. I'm gonna give you a bit of truth. Building a career is just like building a YouTube channel. It takes seasons, not seconds. I'm hoping that you feel me. This is what I want you to think about. I just dropped a project, right? And I had so many high expectations, and it's a lot of individuals who collaborated on this album, right? I had all these high expectations and I thought this was going to be the one, but the reality is that the numbers, they just don't match the dream that I had. I had this dream in my mind. I thought things would be a certain way, but it felt like a punch in my face because things just did not fall out and didn't pan out how I thought they were going to pan out. But here's the thing. Every great artist has been there. Jay-Z, he was turned down by every single record label before building his empire. And Dame Dash was telling that story. You know, I remember when J. Cole, I remember working in North Carolina. Yeah, you heard that right, as a radio personality. And I remember when I got J. Cole's mixtape. He was on a mixtape grind and he was in New York for a long time, right? It took years before people started paying attention to J. Cole. You understand me? I remember breaking a record for J. Cole. Yeah, I had to drop that. Yeah, I broke a record for J. Cole and I got the plaque to prove it. Do you want to see it? Let me know in the comment section. But peep this, like I said, the difference between them and you is they didn't stop. They outlasted the silence. You feel me? Look, there's a concept in this book that I read. Who was that guy? Malcolm Gladwell. You know, he has something called the 10,000 hours principle. And I'm not going to give you that, but I'm not going to give you the definition of it. But what I want you to do is Google the 10,000 hours principle. That individual, Malcolm Gladwell, he articulated in the perfect manner. But I'm going to give you the shortcut to it. If you're trying to perfect something, it's going to take you doing that thing that you're trying to perfect over at least 10,000 hours. Do you feel what I'm saying? So, mastery takes time. It takes practice and relentless consistency. And history proves that. You know, there are so many jazz musicians, there are so many underground MCs, there are so many individuals who have played back rooms for years before they even hit it big. You know, there are so many individuals who were painters, they were artists, and they created so many countless works of art before one masterpiece was recognized. Look, man, success is not instantaneous, but success belongs to individuals who are consistent. So you got to ask yourself, are you consistent? Do you have it in you? Now, I know that you have it in you, but you got to believe that you have it in yourself. So if your streams are low, that's okay. That's not a failure. That's your training ground. That's your proving season. Small numbers are not averted. You feel what I'm saying? Look, that's like a classroom. You just learn it. Every track that you release, what you're doing is that you are sharpening your craft. You are perfecting your skills. You are expanding and building your catalog. You are planting seeds in the mind of people. Seeds that don't grow overnight. You got me? You got to give it enough time. Look, man, if you plant one seed, it doesn't become a forest. But planting many seeds, hey, you understand what I'm saying? Look, what I challenge you to do is don't stop at one release. Some people are just dropping, they try to sprinkle singles. Look, build momentum. I want you to commit to a body of work. Drop a series, maybe 3 projects in the next year. Experiment with your sound. Maybe even study sound theory. Maybe study individuals who have the success that you want. Do collaborations, because we just dropped a collaboration album. Build a catalog. Don't have a single hope just on one hit. I've always heard that you should never depend on one avenue. It's like streams of income. Do not depend on one specific avenue. Never leave all your eggs in one basket. I'm hoping you feel me. Look, the more songs that you have, look at it like that. The more songs you have, the more chances you give yourself to break through. An artist with 30 songs has 30 doors of opportunity. An artist with one song only has one. You gotta outlast that doubt. You gotta push past that fear. Outlast the silence. Outlast the people who don't believe in you. Outlast the people who quit. Because if you don't stop, then you can't lose. You feel what I'm saying? Look, success does not belong to the fastest or the luckiest individual. It belongs to the individual who is the most consistent. So don't release one project. Keep going, keep dropping, keep planting those seeds. Because your breakthrough might not be in the first release, but hey, you may be a overnight TikTok success. But I'm telling you, persistence is where it's at. Most artists, they quit too early. Don't be the artist, because the bottom line is that you have to stay consistent and you have to outlast. You gotta fight past the first moment or the first emotional wall or the first type of fear that you feel. You gotta outlast that procrastination that you feel. You gotta outlast and push past that doubt. Let's go, man. Dedicate yourself to the full-time studio grind. Master the gear and the grind. I'll talk to you soon.
StudioLive10x.com. Studio